With things finally seeming to settle down, I began making my way towards the group, still very wary of Alice, though she seemed to be thinking about other things at the moment. That didn't mean she wasn't still terrifying. "It's okay, Heavy Metal. I've got my mom calmed down now. You don't have to worry. You're not going to be in her bunny collection." Hooray. Alice uttered as she looked in my direction, beginning to take steps towards me as I approached the group. "Well, you're a bit odd, aren't you?" Alice said as she started to look me over, which did not make me comfortable. "I suppose you're a work in progress. You're not hopeless. You have some unique skills. But if you're going to be with my Rebecca, I expect you to keep working at them. I'll have no slouches marrying my daughter. I hardly feel that you compare to my husband, but I think you at least have potential. Besides, that's a high bar to cross. If no man would ever be good enough for my daughter, unless he was superior to my husband, then she'd be alone forever," Alice said as she crossed her arms, still looking over me. "Oh, thank you for the compliment, I suppose," I said, trying to edge my way past her, as she did not make me feel comfortable. "My mom wasn't too hard on you, was she?" Rebecca said as she approached me, looking as happy-go-lucky as ever. "Oh, hard. Is that what you'd call it? I thought the horrible nightmares that this experience will no doubt give me would bear a bit of a harsher cover than hard. I think having my arm chopped off alone covers more than that." "What? She chopped off your arm? Mom," Rebecca said, looking over to Alice. "Hey, I didn't know, Rebecca. And besides, he has healing abilities. I saw him put it back on myself. You'll be fine, right?" Alice said, gesturing in my direction. "After a while, I suppose. I hope that it's fine in the end. But honestly, I've never had to reattach an arm, so I don't really know." "It's okay. I'll fix it," Rebecca uttered as she mumbled a few of those magic words, giving her finger a whirl as she pointed it at my arm. And suddenly, a pink glow came over it as I began to feel it again. Suddenly, the pain subsided away, and once again, I was able to move my arm. Checking it over, I didn't even have a scar. It just seemed to be back to normal. "How is that? Is it better?" "Yeah," I replied as I gave it a bit of a flex, looking it over. "Definitely better. I'd say back to 100%. That is a trick I definitely have to learn." Sure. All you have to do is dedicate your life to magic. It'll be yours in no time." "Well, that sounds time-consuming." "Yeah, it really is. But hey, after you get good at it, you can basically make yourself immortal. Well, make it so that you don't age. That doesn't mean people can't kill you. So even if I weren't a half-blood vampire, I'd still look young, beautiful, and adorable," Rebecca said as she began to feel my arm. "Wow, you've got some muscle here. Do you work out?" Actually, I recently picked it up. I figured I'd need it for superheroing. You know, my abilities only amplify my physical strength to the tune that my muscles are capable. Basically, my muscle fiber is 10 times more capable than that of a regular human's, for every fiber. So just like a regular person, if I put on muscle, I get stronger. My results are just 10 times that of a regular person's. "What are your abilities anyways? I mean, I don't get it with that metal," Alice asked. "Oh, you don't know yet," Rebecca replied, looking over to her mother. "He is bonded with an alien." "What? Really?" Alice said, looking towards Rebecca. "You're joking, right?" "No, for realsies, Mom. It's a symbiote. A symbiotic organism. That gives him superpowers." "Oh, Well, that does explain why his blood tastes strange. Rather delicious, actually. Oh, you drank his blood? Come on, Mom, Rebecca said, looking at her mother with a disgruntled expression. Oh, it's fine. I only had a bit. You know how things get when I'm at play. Yeah, and unfortunately, so do I now. Well, isn't this just a big, happy family gathering? Christ. I brought you here to help kill her. And it turns out that you're destined to fall in love with her freaking daughter. What kind of freaking irony is that? I definitely did not see that one coming. But that still doesn't serve the point that I'm not exactly thrilled to be here not doing my job. And I definitely don't want to hang around chit-chatting with a murderous monster. Could we get the hell out of here? And who exactly are you calling a monster? Alice said, looking in Victor's direction. Who do you think I'm talking about? I know all about your rap sheet, lady. You've got more murder notches on your belt than anyone I've ever heard of. Oh, let me guess. Mismatch attire, a fixation with slaying monsters, as you call them. I'd be willing to wager you're a warden, right? You're damn right I'm a warden. Yes, your type always seems to be like that. But I'll have you know I've never killed anyone who didn't have it coming. I didn't have it coming, I replied. And you were pretty fairly set on killing me. Well, you were an intruder. You're allowed to protect yourself, aren't you? If people come to your house trying to kill you, then it's just self-defense if you kill them instead. So what if I enjoy it? Oh yeah, so I suppose that covers all of the other people you've killed too. Aberdeen Marsh, Cedric Ferris, Tara Dilly. I suppose they were all trying to kill you, right? Just self-defense? Give me a break. Tara was your freaking employee, for Christ's sakes. Wait a second. Tara? Tara's dead? Mom, why did you kill Tara? Rebecca said, looking over to her mother, once again with a disgruntled expression. I assure you she deserved it. For what? I liked Tara. She was nice. We liked the same music. Well, I'm sorry to break this to you, but Tara was a no-good lousy thief who embezzled more than $4 million from the Wallengard estate. Ooh. Yeah, that was a bad move, Tara, Rebecca replied. Oh, and that's not the worst of it. When I questioned her about it, she had the nerve to tell me that I couldn't prove anything. That even if I went to the cops, they couldn't do anything to her because there was no proof that she did anything at all. I can't believe how smug she was about it. But it was fine with me. I just told her the cops wouldn't be able to prove what happened to her either. She tasted like a thief. Ugh, and what about the others? I assure you it's much the same. All of them had it coming. Just like little Tara. You don't get to decide that, Victor replied, upset. Monsters don't get to eat whoever they like just because they pissed them off. Humans fall under the human justice system. That's how it works. Well, your human justice system is just as flawed as humans are, leaving far too many avenues for people like them to get away with the things that they do. Thieves, cutthroats, they're all the same. When given a choice between eating a regular person and eating someone who's especially bad, I have to say, I prefer the taste of bad people. They're, I don't know, spicier. Victor growled as his hand slowly began to twitch towards his gun. Hey, let's calm it down a bit, I said as I stepped in between Alice and Victor. Guy, do me a favor. Calm down. Remember, you're not exactly in the condition to try to take her. Oh, and what about you? I thought you're supposed to be a superhero. You don't want to stop somebody who murders people? Look, man, I don't exactly have a great stance on this. She just almost killed me, and now it's just her. Now it's her and both of her daughters. We would not win this fight, even if we tried right now. We're both pooped, we're both worn out, and we can't take all three of them. And besides, I don't think I'm exactly a fan of your methods either. Honestly, if it were up to me, I'd say jail, even if she is a vampire. The only problem with that being that even if we put her in jail, she'd eat all the other criminals, which would kind of defeat the point. I don't exactly have a solution for how to deal with this in a way that falls into my ideology. So for now, I'm saying I'm gonna put this one to bed until I come up with a more reasonable solution and just kill her. Even if she is a vampire, there's gotta be a better way. Murdering anyone just really isn't cool, even if they did murder people. That's not the way I want to go about it. Great, so you're pussing out. Hey, I got my freaking arm chopped off today. Don't you dare say I pussed out. I went toe-to-toe with her soul. I almost had my soul ripped out of my body just now. So there is zero room for you to say I pussed out.